Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Sitting here with the Latin assassin, Rafael Fernandez, and we're going to talk a little bit take an early look in the 2012 draft. Yes, it's still draft day here in New York City, outside of Radio City Music Hall, but it's never too early to take a look at the 2012 draft to see some upcoming prospects. We're going to talk quarterbacks. Everyone always wants to talk about the big guy, Andrew Luck. Right. Yes, he's understood as the #1 prospect coming out, but there are also some great quarterback prospects next year. You think about a guy like Brandon Wheat out of Oklahoma State. He's going to be a little bit older than most prospects. He'll be 27 years old by the time he gets drafted, but a guy that played exceptionally well, found Justin Blackman, so many times last season for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. But I like Brandon Wheat as a quarterback prospect. And quiet is kept, although a lot of people may disagree, I like a guy like Terrell Pryor. This is a guy that's a dual threat passer, a guy that's going to come in and actually he's performed well. When you judge a quarterback, you look at how well he leads the team. He doesn't lose games at Ohio State. You also judge how well he finds the open man and also keeps the offense on pace. I like a guy like Terrell Pryor as a quarterback. Who's some quarterbacks that you think about next year?
Well, to be honest with you, you pretty much stole my thunder because I mean, believe it or not, I like Terrell Pryor a lot. I'm going to steal a phrase that you use all the time. The tape does not lie.
That big guy don't lie.
That tape does not lie. He's a guy that just makes plays. And sometimes he makes plays with just out of nothing. I mean, to me, he looks like, I mean, I hate to compare him to Vic, but he pretty much is like a slower but taller Vic.
Right. The guy can move. I mean, the guy can move. He's strong. He's 6'6".
And he's a winner.
He's a winner. You good quarterbacks do not lose. That's why I like Andrew Luck too. Right. Luck is a guy, at 6'5", 230 pounds. Got the amazing accuracy, got the perfect arm that you want for a quarterback. He's tall, he sets up well. What I like that's vastly underrated that people are starting to get noticed to is his running ability. This is a guy that can get out the pocket and make all kind of people miss and just have a field day. People have problems trying to stop Andrew Luck, and I think that's a guy that's going to come in next year. If he would have came out this year, he would have probably been the first pick overall, because he's a pro-style quarterback and he's ready. But Andrew Luck, I think, is the guy. Now, running back situation, we talked about it right now as of April 28th. The senior running back class is going to be a little bit down. So you look at some juniors that may surprise. Who's some junior running back prospects that you think could come out next year and have some success as a draft pick in the 2012 draft?
Well, it's like you were saying, there's really, really no running back out there that really wows me, Mm-hmm. There's a couple that I like. I mean,
I look at a guy like Trent Richardson. He's going to be a junior. You also look at a guy like LaMichael James out of Oregon, another junior. Those guys tore up the college ranks last year. So you think about guys like that. Also, another guy that's going to get talked about is Niall Davis out of Arkansas. Had a big second half of the season. So junior running backs really dominate. It's not the fact that you have guys like some senior guys. You also look at Baker, out of Michigan State, but a lot of guys that are just, it's the senior class right now is lacking. Right. Juniors with a star power, and there's some sophomores too.
I really like LaMichael James. I'm glad you mentioned him. I think he has a shot to be the Heisman winner next year. Mm-hmm. I mean, the way he ran the ball, and he's only gonna get better. I mean, he has speed. He has a breaking tackles. Before a guy his size, he can break tackles. Right. And I mean, he has great vision as well. And he showed last year, that he's ready. But he obviously couldn't come out for obvious reasons. But I think he's going to be probably the best running back in college.
Well, you look at and for you high school kids out there listening, this is simple physics. And some of you college kids, because some of you college kids don't know simple physics. Something moving that fast is going to be tough to stop. If I want to, I can stop a bus right now if it's parked. But if it's moving and getting out there, it is tough to stop something that's moving that fast. I don't care how big or small you are. If you're 189 and you flying down the field, it's going to be tough. You're going to break a lot of tackles. That's right. Simple physics, taught to you by the czar of the playbook. But wide receiver, everybody wanted Justin Blackman to come out. So that's a guy I think you look at right now, a big prospect next year. Going to be a real good guy, very good receiver. Reminds me a lot of Reggie Wayne. Guys that same body type, may not be a burner, but catches everything thrown his way.
Right.
The guy has stick 'em for hands.
He's just a great possession guy. I mean, he gets open.
Right.
He doesn't have the best speed, but he just gets open because he just has that ability to just make plays, and he basically can make every type of play. I mean, he could run a slam with him. He could run a streak. I mean, he does everything. I mean,
the guy is fearless, and you know, switching over to the defensive side of the football, one of my key prospects. We talked about it off camera, but Vontaze Burfict,
yes.
Big linebacker, 6'3", 245 pounds, out of Arizona State. This guy's a monster. And,
yes,
and you, growing up, you want your craziest guys that may have a click that may be 730. You want those type of guys on defense. You want the craziest guys on defense, and Vontaze Burfict fits that perfectly. Outstanding playmaker for Arizona State.
This guy to me looks like, if he's not going to be a football player, he's going to be a pro wrestler. He has that look and just that demeanor. I mean, he scares me to death.
Right.
Imagine guys across the field that look at him.
As a former running back, I would hate to have to pick up this guy on blitz pickup, or have to run and see this guy in the hole, because again, a guy that can play inside, play outside. You also look at a guy like Monte Teo out of Notre Dame, the highly touted recruit, is doing well for the Irish. He's another guy that's about 6'2", 250 pounds, middle linebacker. He's improving on his athleticism, so I think he's going to do well. But you have to look in the secondary, because this is a passing league, so you want to get as many good corners as you can. Stephon Gilmore out of South Carolina, a guy that's, as soon as he stepped foot on that campus down there in South Carolina for the Gamecocks, he's been playing exceptionally well. I think he's going to be one of the top corners, at least a top 10 pick in next year's draft. He's that type of player.
Absolutely, yeah. He has all the tools. I mean, he has the speed. He has the ability to just play great defense. He tackles well, which is very important for a defensive back.
Well, playing for Spurrier, you have to learn how to tackle.
That's for sure.
You have to get your tackling has to be key. You're not going to play defense for Steve Spurrier, and Gilmore is a guy that's not afraid to stick his nose in dirty places. So, any other prospects that you think may fly underneath the radar?
Well, I mean, you pretty much touched up on all the ones that I like, to be honest with you. I mean, like I said, it all depends on, you know, how well these guys develop. I mean, but we were like going back to the running back position, like you said. It may seem like a weak class, but you know, you never know. But I mean, a lot of these young guys are really gonna shine. You know,
you're gonna get a guy that's gonna come out of nowhere as a senior and have a breakout campaign, and then he's gonna fly up the draft boards. So you get those guys coming each and every season, no matter how much you think how weak the class is. You're gonna get some guys that's gonna always rise up above the crowd, and you know. So again, it's very early in the process, guys. You look at, you know, it's 2012 draft. We haven't even done the 2011 draft yet. So for Rafael Fernandez, I'm Emery Hunt. To visit more about draft talk and conversations, visit footballgameplan.com/draft, or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan. Listen to the Football Game Plan radio show, which airs Saturdays, 11 a.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.